Welcome back to Sports Radio 95.9 The Fan. My name's Mark, and yes, this is the Mark Moses Show, weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 p.m. And right now here on the Club 52 hotline, a good man from Orlando, the assistant coach for the Orlando City Soccer Club. His name is Ian Fuller. We're going to talk World Cup and how Orlando City is going to be an MLS team in 2015. Ian, how you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me.
Well, I appreciate coming on. And before we get into Orlando City moving to the MLS, we got to talk about Team USA. They lost 2-1 in extra time yesterday. How tough was that to watch, man? Because I know you must be a huge Team USA soccer fan.
Massive. And I think the excitement that is garnished from the team has been unbelievable, not only throughout the States, but overseas. I saw the numbers come in, and it's just unbelievable. I was extraordinarily disappointed, yet extremely proud of the guys down there. I thought they did a fantastic job, and it was just a pure excitement. It was just it was a good time for everyone during the last 2 weeks or so.
Ian, what were your thoughts on how they played? You know, they get out of the group of death. They play 4 games. They only get 1 win, 1 tie. I mean, do you feel like they really have grown as a soccer club in the way they competed in this World Cup?
I think competed, yes. I think obviously the excitement levels help the sport grow, help our national team grow. I don't think the guys played very well, to be honest. I think tactically they were set up fairly well by the manager, but we obviously in the group of death and advancing to face a very talented Belgium team, it was difficult, but I don't think the guys would even say they played all that well. You know, some of our main guys probably didn't play as well as they wanted throughout the tournament. Obviously Tim Howard stepped up massively during the tournament. That was good to see. And some of the younger guys did, which is very exciting for the future. But I think overall, tactically we played very, very well. But, I think occasionally we just didn't keep the ball enough. And I think at the end that came to bite us.
Have you ever seen anything like that, what Tim Howard did yesterday, saving that many goals in one game?
Never on that level. No, he was incredible. And, you see it occasionally where you run into a goalkeeper here and there that it looks unbeatable during the day. But on that stage, for him to do it in the round of 16 in the World Cup was pretty incredible.
We're here with Ian Fuller, assistant coach with Orlando City Soccer Club. Okay, I got to ask you the cliche question then. Do you feel like Landon Donovan could have helped this team, even though they decided not to go with him for the final cuts? I mean, what were your thoughts on Donovan?
Simple answer is yes. I think that a player of what he's done in the last 3 World Cups, what he's done professionally for the Galaxy, I think that Landon at least could have helped us off the bench, especially hearing him, speak about the guys, and it seemed like he wasn't an issue in the locker room. If all things considered, I think Landon Donovan could have helped us. But at the same time, it was great to see some of the young players step in and do well. So it's one of those catch-22 questions.
What are your thoughts on the sport? I mean, you've been around it your whole life. You played collegiately at Clemson. You played professionally for a lot of different clubs here in America. How has the sport grown here in let's say, the last 10 years or so?
I think it's actually tough to measure because it's been unbelievable the amount of growth in the game. Obviously during the World Cup you're going to see a massive spike and people watching, just because it's the patriotic Americans and all that. Which it's fantastic to see. I'm not sure how that's going to translate to the MLS, but I've been involved in professional soccer for probably 15 years, closer to 15 years in America, and it's just unbelievable the exponential growth and the future and where it looks like it may be headed. So it's just a very exciting time for the game, an exciting time for people that are involved in the game, fans as well. So. If you look at what's happened in Orlando here in the last 3-4 years, it's been incredible, and the fans have driven us right forward towards the MLS.
Ian, this next one's for you personally, and this goes out to all those guys who rip soccer, saying it's not a real sport, they don't like it, they'd rather see basketball, football, those type of answers. Explain to us how hard soccer is, man, and come on. I know it's not an easy sport to play.
I think that I'm not going to change those people no matter what I say, to be honest. I mean, and I think that's okay. I'm not a big fan of other sports, and I think this country's big for many sports to thrive. Soccer is a really difficult sport. It's more physical than people think. The players are extremely fit. The tactics are, fairly in depth. But I think a lot of people aren't going to change, which is fine. I mean, there's plenty of soccer fans to go around, and we're plenty of children growing up with the game, and will continue to get interested. So, for people that aren't fans, that's okay. There's plenty of fans to go around.
That's a great answer. Ian, you ended up, you finished your career, now you're into coaching. How hard of a transition was that for you, giving up the game, but at least being in the game, but now coaching?
Adrian, the head coach in Orlando, always says that coaching is the closest thing to playing. So if our bodies would allow us to, we would play for our entire life. But let's face it, they just don't. I was interested in coaching at a fairly young age. When I went to Clemson, I decided I wanted to be a coach and majored in sports management. So it was always a natural progression for me to go into coaching. That's exactly what I want to do. And Adrian's given me the opportunity here in Orlando. For me to stop playing, my body had just given up, and I was actually a comforting move physically to just coach. It had its ups and downs. I mean, I'm not going to lie, it was tough. It was tough to change your mind out of playing and, only thinking about coaching and taking a step back and, tactically deciding what guys need and looking after their health and that kind of thing. So you have to become a lot less selfish. And as a player, you're extremely selfish. You think about yourself and pretty much that's it.
Ian Fuller, assistant coach for Orlando City Soccer Club. All right, you got to explain this to some of our fans here in Central Florida. You are the Orlando City Soccer Club, but then you become an expansion team for the MLS. How excited are you for this?
It was an amazing day last November to get an expansion club in Orlando, not only for the fans, but for the ownership. I know how hard they worked. I came with a team from Austin, Texas to Orlando, and I've just seen it grow incredibly over the last 3.5 years. So for that to happen with Phil Rollins and John Bonner and when Flavio came into the club and invested, it's just been incredible. And I'm extremely proud of what Adrian's done with the team, and we've been competitive every sense of the word when we've come to Orlando. And I'm extremely excited for the fans for the next few years. It's going to be some exciting times.
Well, I saw the video where it talks about the new stadium downtown Orlando. How awesome is that going to be? Do we get this brand new state-of-the-art stadium in Orlando for this new team?
Yeah, it's going to be incredible, location-wise as well. I mean, it's right down next to the Amway Center near Church Street, and it's just going to be perfect for fans to come down early, have a few adult beverages, and fill the restaurants and bars, and head over to the stadium. It's just going to be incredible, and let alone I've seen the pictures of what it's going to be like inside and out, and it's just going to be a perfect viewing and playing center to show Orlando fans.
We're here with Ian Fuller, assistant coach for Orlando City Soccer Club. All right, as a coach then, what are your expectations for year one, being an expansion team in the MLS in 2015?
We've always said we want to be competitive from day one. What that means, I mean, there's quite a few ways to look at it. And there's only a handful of teams that have made the playoffs right out of the gate as expansion teams in the MLS. I think that if we can make the playoffs and have a fairly good run, I think for the first year that's certainly being competitive. Looking forward beyond that, obviously we're in the league not to make up numbers but to win as well. So we would love to win an MLS Cup within 3 years. I think that would be a goal that's worth setting and an achievable goal as well.
Yeah, that's awesome stuff. What about Kaká? I saw you guys had the press conference this week, and he had all these fans at the airport meeting him. What does he bring to the table to really help this organization?
Well, I think the name alone, Kaká, is a worldwide known name. He'll just bring that extra little, I'd say little, it's going to be a massive boost for the club. Not only worldwide, but, for the players, for the fans, for the staff. He's just a great player, an incredible individual. We're really looking forward to working him over the next 3.5 years. And I just think it was a perfect move for the club, just, to kick off the upcoming season and head in a positive direction.
Ian Fuller, assistant coach for Orlando City Soccer Club. I'm going to end with this. For some of our fans who are new to soccer, all right, now this is a stupid question. What's with the scarves, man? Because I saw Kaká at the press conference. He got the Orlando City one. For some of our listeners who don't understand this with soccer, what's with the scarves? Is this something new?
It's not new, and I wish I could tell you where it came from, where it originated from. But, I think that it's just taken off, certainly in America. Every team overseas has a scarf, but certainly in America, Seattle, they raise their scarves up as the teams come out.
Yeah.
I know it's big in Portland. They kind of shake them around, and, in Spain, they kind of do the same thing. In South America, they do the same thing, and it's just one of those things, and a scarf is kind of, a symbol of power with the club. And when Kaká raised it the other day to the fans, they were able to go nuts about it and raise their own. So it's just one of those things. It's definitely caught on here in the States, and I think it'll continue to grow.
Did you have those in college when you're at Clemson? No, there's no way, right?
We didn't then. I know they do now. Huh. So we the things have changed a little bit. I guess that means I'm getting old, but
no,
they definitely have them now.
Great stuff. Ian Fuller, assistant coach for Orlando City Soccer Club. Who do you guys got coming up here? I know you're on the road right now. Who are you guys playing?
Yeah, we have Wilmington tomorrow night, and hopefully the storm will pass, and we'll be able to play them tomorrow night. That's Thursday up here. And then we have Tampa Bay Rowdies and the I-4 Derby on Sunday. So we're really looking forward to that because we like going down there and playing our neighbors.
Great stuff. Ian Fuller, assistant coach with Orlando City Soccer Club. Ian, appreciate the insight, and I hope I can get you on again.
Enjoyed it. Thanks, guys.